For today's stretch session, we will be on the ground, so having something like a mat or towel or something comfy will be helpful. We're going to be doing about 60 seconds per movement per side. Our first movement is a straddle stretch, sometimes known as a pancake. Now, for some of you, you might not be very wide, and that's totally fine. Find a position that you feel best in. You might even find that you can't quite straighten your legs and a soft knee bend is needed for right now. So you're going to get situated as wide as you can, and you're going to either choose to do a reach forward, bringing your knee towards your chest, holding for a few seconds, and then alternating to the other side. And for those of you who might feel you can handle an added challenge and add an overhead reach, you're going to think about extending your arms to the side, wrapping one arm across your stomach, reaching your opposite arm over, feeling a nice stretch through your side body, looking to the sky if comfortable, pausing for a few moments before coming back to center and alternating sides. As always, find what's best for you. 1 minute starts now. Remember, if you're not comfortable with the overhead reaches, you can just reach forward. If you just want to hold your straddle and just take some nice deep breaths, that's fine too. Make sure you're breathing as you're going through these stretches. No holding your breath. Nice deep inhales. Nice deep exhales. And rest. Our second stretch is a seated butterfly stretch. Your goal is to try and bring the base of your feet together, letting those knees drop. Now, if you need something elevated under your knees to give you some extra support, that's fine. When we go through this stretch, you can either just hold, taking some nice deep breaths in whatever position feels best for you, or if you feel like you can add that challenge, you can either choose to do some knee presses, so doing a couple gentle presses where you're taking your hand and pushing your knee towards the floor, alternating every few repetitions, or you can even try leaning forward by clasping onto your toes, pulling your chest down, holding for a few seconds, and then coming back to stand. All right, here we go. Choose what variation feels best for you. That could be just holding your butterfly. It could be dropping your chest. You could be pressing your knee down. Maybe a combination of all. You're going to press your knees down, make sure you're alternating sides every few repetitions. We have about 20 seconds total to go. Good, and rest. Our third stretch is a kneeling lat opener. You're going to get situated with your knees under your hips. Try and keep your hips up high. We don't want your bum on your heels. You're going to think about extending one arm. So you're going to, in this case, I'm extending my left arm. My thumb is to the sky. Now I'm going to support myself with my right arm. And I'm going to think about planting my hand into the floor as I pull my hips back. So in this position, my armpit is pressing towards the floor and I'm getting a really nice extension and stretch through my lat, kind of right under my armpit and down. Now, if you're not comfortable with this at all and you want to stick with something like the prone thoracic extension, that's totally fine. Find what feels best for you and listen to your body as always. All right, here we go. A minute on your first side. Remember to rotate away. So if my left arm is extended, I'm rotating and looking towards the right. Try to extend my left arm nice and straight, and I'm almost imagining I'm pulling my hip back to lengthen as much as I can through my left side. This one can be intense if you're a little bit tight through areas like your lats, so make sure you're taking some nice deep breaths. And if you need to rest and then get back into it, that's totally fine. "15 more seconds. Slowly come on out of that side. We are going to switch arms, repeat on the other side. Extend your arm, thumb to the sky, rotate, and try and bring that armpit towards the floor. Extend your arm as straight as you feel you can. And make sure you're breathing. Slowly ease on out. So those are your 3 stretches for this session. If you feel like you have the time and would like to go through again, feel free to rewind and repeat 1 or 2 more times.